Let's cut right through the noise, shall we? If you've been following next-gen military aviation, you know there is so much chatter right now about the J35 and its cutting-edge engines. In today's explainer, we're diving straight into the actual data. We're going to analyze the recent claims, the specific next-gen technology, and the massive strategic implications surrounding this aircraft. There are a lot of rumors flying around, so we're going to rely strictly on the facts to see exactly what's happening behind the scenes.
First up, we've got to talk about the elephant in the room, those viral social media rumors. Look online and you'll see claims everywhere that the first export unit of the J35 is already sitting on a tarmac in Pakistan. It's an exciting thought, right? But let's take a step back and separate the internet hype from the actual logistical reality.
To get a clear, accurate picture of what's actually happening, here's our roadmap. We'll hit the J35 export rumors, look at its next-gen stealth capabilities, dive into the Ws-19 versus Ws-21 engine debate, touch on the live pack testing, and wrap up with the massive long-term strategy of transfer of technology. All right, let's jump right into Section 1, the J35 export rumors, separating myth from reality.
So here's the deal with the Chinese conglomerate AVIC's rollout strategy. AVIC, who controls the Shenyang Aircraft Corporation, did indeed just unveil the first export version of the J35. But the odds of that exact jet already being in Pakistan? Almost zero. Why? Because AVIC is purposely holding on to these first couple of export variants. They're basically using them as global showpieces. They want to flaunt them at international air shows and defense exhibitions to drum up worldwide interest. So while the production line is active and deliveries could happen pretty fast down the road, those initial units are strictly on a promotional tour right now.
Moving on to Section 2, let's look inside the airframe at these next-gen stealth capabilities. You can't just call a jet 5th generation without the guts to back it up, and the J35 definitely delivers here. We're talking about a highly upgraded variant of China's KLJ series ASA radar. Pair that with a distributed aperture system, which is basically a cheat code that gives pilots true 360-degree situational awareness. But the real kicker? It has a built-in electro-optical targeting system, or EOTS. This is absolutely crucial because it totally eliminates the need to strap a clunky external infrared pod to the bottom of the plane. No external pods means a flawlessly smooth exterior, less drag, and most importantly, an incredibly tight stealth profile.
Okay, let's turn to Section 3, the great engine debate. Ws-19 versus Ws-21.
Listen, a stealth fighter is only as good as its engine, period. And right now, there are two main power plant options on the table being offered for the J35 export platform. On one side of the ring, we have the Ws-19. That's the naval variant currently out there actively serving with the Chinese Navy. On the other side, we have the more advanced Ws-21 and its corresponding Air Force variants. Let's stack them up and see what they bring to the table.
Starting with the Ws-19 naval engine. This power plant generates an impressive 94 kilonewtons of thrust. For what it's designed to do, grueling maritime operations and carrier-based launches, it's an incredibly capable and proven baseline.
But then you look at the more advanced Air Force variants, like the Ws-21, and they really kick it into overdrive. We're talking well over 100 kilonewtons of combined thrust. That extra juice gives the airframe a massive, massive edge when it comes to high-end aerial maneuvers. But here's what's really fascinating. Throw the thrust numbers out the window for a second, because both of these engines share one absolutely vital design philosophy: strict stealth optimization. Take a look at those serrated exhaust nozzles. Those jagged edges aren't just for show. They are meticulously engineered to scatter and drastically minimize the aircraft's heat output and infrared signature. In modern dogfights, hiding from radar is only half the battle. You also have to hide from thermal sensors, and these engines are built from the ground up to do exactly that.
Next up, Section 4, Pack Testing and the PFX Project.
So, recent photographic evidence of the J35 export version actually shows it rocking those Ws-21 engines. And this is where the plot thickens. Reports are coming in that the Pakistan Aeronautical Complex, or PAC, has actually acquired a unit of the Ws-21. They're not just flipping through glossy brochures, they've got their hands on the hardware and are actively running physical tests. And this testing is specifically tied to their upcoming indigenous PFX aircraft project.
What's the verdict from those tests? Well, PAC officials are reportedly highly satisfied with the mature and capable performance of the Ws-21. This is a big deal because it directly crushes any online speculation suggesting the export engines might be underpowered. According to the actual data on the ground, the WS-21 is a proven next-gen beast that offers more than enough power to meet their rigorous, specific operational needs.
Which brings us to our final part, Section 5, Transfer of Technology, or TOT. This entire partnership is building towards something much bigger than just buying parts off a shelf. It's really a 4-step master plan. Step 1, acquire the WS-21 engines. Step 2, integrate them seamlessly into the domestic PFX project. But steps 3 and 4, that's where the magic happens. We're talking about executing a full transfer of technology agreement, leading directly to local indigenization and the actual production of these advanced engines right inside Pakistan.
Now, why is that such a game changer? Well, building a jet engine program from absolute scratch is honestly functionally impossible for most developing and even a lot of stable economies. We're talking about needing a staggering amount of capital, crazy metallurgic expertise, and literally decades of expensive trial and error. So securing a transfer of technology from a reliable partner, in this case China, is genuinely the only realistic path to achieving true defense independence and self-reliance in aerospace manufacturing.
And that leaves us with one massive, overarching question to think about as we wrap up today's explainer. How will this transfer of technology fundamentally shift the future of regional defense manufacturing for decades to come? I mean, if this indigenization pipeline actually succeeds, it could alter the balance of technological autonomy in the region forever. Thanks so much for joining me today. Keep questioning the data and keep analyzing the trends.